Going on, everybody? You know who it is. Your number one hot sauce guy. Today, Fiji Fire. If you've never had this sauce, this is a must. This stuff is fantastic. So, obviously, I've had this sauce before, but it's worthy of a review. I don't know why I never did a review on this sauce originally. I originally got this sauce, it's been 3-4 years now, the first time I tried it. And I was at a hot sauce festival in Auburn, California. That was a long time ago. That was when the League of Fire was just getting started, and Shahina and Dustin had their first competition. Anyways, that's a different story. But the company was selling this sauce at the festival, and I fell in love with it. And you can get this now because I got this bottle at Whole Foods. So if you have a Whole Foods, you should be able to find this, at least on the West Coast, at least in northern Nevada. This says native bongo chili hot sauce. Taste the heat. Fiji Fire hot sauce pays tribute to the legendary Fijian firewalkers of Bequet Island, adjacent to the farm where it is batch crafted. Local wild harvest turmeric and hand-picked native bongo chilies, sea salt, sweet carrots, and naturally brewed vinegar creates the perfect island blend of heat and flavors. Taste the heat of the original Fijian hot sauce. So, produced by Down to Earth Fiji, Pacific Harbor, distributed by Pacific Resources in California. I'm speaking highly of this sauce before trying it again. It's been a few years since I've tried this, I'll be honest. I have so many different hot sauces, and there's so many craft hot sauces out there now that, you know, there's only a couple that I've constantly kept in the fridge. This should have been one of them. I couldn't get it locally until I finally found it at Whole Foods, and I think that's why. So I'm hoping it's as good as I remember. I'll let you know. Ingredients: naturally brewed vinegar, sweet carrots, native hand-picked bongo chilies, sea salt, local wild harvested tamarind. Let's clear the palate a little bit. I remember it being fantastic. And I remember it actually being really hot for me, some 3-4 years ago. I'm interested now, again, to just see exactly if it's as hot as I remember, because like I said, I haven't had this sauce in a minute. But I love the color. And anytime you have carrots in a hot sauce, I'm a fan of it. They tend to be just phenomenal sauces. Beautiful color. You know, it's hard to see there, but there's some bits and pieces, some little seeds in there. Has a nice consistency look to it. Yeah, I remember. It's kind of got a mashy consistency to it. All right, let's try it. I'm excited. So you can see it's fairly thick. Here we go. Now we got some coming. So it's got a little, not quite a full-on mash per se, but you can see there's a lot of chunks in there. Baby food-ish, if you will. I know that's kind of gross, but it's kind of like that. You can just smell the chili straight off of the bottle and the spoon, more so on the spoon. Let's get into it. Yeah, really nice. It's got a little bit of a sweetness to it in the back end, but it's sour kind of up front. That's what that was going on. it's probably, it's got to be the naturally brewed vinegar is bringing out some of that sweetness. Could be the turmeric as well. It leaves a nice taste on the palate. A little bit of a sting on the tip of the tongue, but it's not overpowering. Um, so I haven't eaten anything all day. I went into this with an empty stomach on purpose because I remember this sauce being real hot for me at one time. It's not as hot as I remember. And that's okay. It's still flavorful, has a nice consistency in the mouth. I like that texture to it. You know, this is something you can pour on hand foods like a burrito, where you're just holding your burrito, pour the sauce on there, and it's not going to run all over the place. That's what I prefer for a consistency in a hot sauce. You get a lot of that chili smell. Now, I've never had, I'll have to look it up. I've never had bongo chilies before. I've eaten a lot of fresh peppers, super hot, sweets, heavies, you know, medium, what jalapeno level, whatever you want to call it. Never had a bongo chili. So I don't know if there's another name for that chili. I'll have to look it up. Never had a dried bongo or fresh, but I think you can. I think that I'm picking up the carrot, you know, off the smell. That's helping with this beautiful orangish, you know, burnt orange color to it as well. Mm. And when I say there's a sweetness to this sauce, it's a natural sweetness. It's not like a, you know, sugary sweetness. It's more natural tasting, which I prefer. Really good. So it is a phenomenal sauce. So I'm still gonna say it's a great sauce. Recommend it. Um, you know, but that just goes to show that when one's tolerance for chilies, hot sauce, foods, whatever, continues to grow, the difference in heat that I'm getting from this today than what I remember this sauce giving to me. Like I said, it's probably been 4 years now. Is definitely, you know, it was early 2019, somewhere in that range. I don't remember. But I remember this sauce being, you know, pretty hot to me. And I could never really figure out why, because, you know, bongo chili I don't think is a super hot chili, right? But part of it's the mash consistency to this, so that there's actual chunks of pepper in there. So it's not fully blended all the way down to a liquid state, if you will. Mash sauces tend to be hotter than your liquidy sauce, in my opinion. Which just goes to show you, you know, that your heat levels can change, and revisiting the sauce is important. But, you know, this is still a sauce that if I only could choose from my local grocery stores, and that being like a Whole Foods, a Safeway, you know, whatever your local grocery type stores are, this sauce would still be one that I would pick up all the time. So in a supermarket sauce that you can find, now you're not going to find this at every grocery store. You know, Whole Foods is a little bit more niche than, you know, a Kroger or a Albertsons or these type of grocery stores that are national chain. Whole Food is national, but you guys get my drift here. It's like a Trader Joe's. So I would put this in the category with Trader Joe's habanero sauce. Phenomenal sauce that most people, because Trader Joe's are pretty widespread now, that you can find. I'm babbling now, but I recommend it. Fiji Fire.